Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this brand new episode of Building Benny's Gold Rush. Today we're gonna build the snake-like dragon sort of creature, I would say. Like I said in the last stream, it is going to be epic, it's gonna be big, it's gonna be really epic. Yet it is also going to be a lot of work. First off, however, you can now buy the Benny's Gold Rush hoodie, or a sweater actually it is. As you can see, it is very cool and you can now pick it up for only 15 Robux. Link down below, make sure to check it out. It is absolutely epic. Now, as you guys probably already know, this right here is where the snake-like creature is going to be. It's gonna be just a skeleton, as if he's been sitting here for like thousands of years, just kind of being dead. Let's go and start right here, I guess. The spine is going to be this one, except, no, maybe it should be round. More like that. Yes. Actually, it should be a hell of a lot thicker, more like that. I guess that's a lot better. Especially since I'm going to build these up from segments. As you can see, this is going to go nice around the track. And then we just need to make a bunch of these segments just like so. And we're going to have to go all the way in there nicely along the track. And there you go. That's the base. Beautiful. And I guess for the color and material, something like this is fine. Maybe a bit more yellowish like that. And then now I will just make this one segment look nice. And then the rest will just kind of be copied and look the exact same. Then we want kind of a round bit here, sort of like that, I guess. Kind of like that. And then I'm curious what this looks like once I repeat those. So then I'm just kind of, well, literally copying and pasting all of this using the very, very handy tool, just like so. And the last few on this side, there you go. Now this is kind of what I have now. From the back, it looks a bit strange, but the side is pretty good. I'm just not sure about these pieces. What if I just kind of put a bowl in between there? What happens then? Like that. That is actually better, is it not? I like that a lot more. Let's stick to this. And then this right here is where the ribs are gonna come out. So for now, I'm just gonna have to copy all of these for as far as I can until the whole thing is kind of covered. Well, that was a hell of a lot of work, but somehow I made it work. So now we have this beautiful spine. It looks pretty freaking sick, especially like from here. It's almost actually very sad that it's gonna be covered most of all, but well, we're just gonna continue anyway. Now I'm gonna try making some of the ribs, and hopefully that is going to look nice. I really have no idea how, but I guess I'm gonna have to start somewhere. Let's try this. Now I am making it very complicated, as I want this to be symmetrical, or well, yeah, symmetrical. And so that's gonna make this quite a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but I am a perfectionist, and so there's no other way for me. I think I'm onto something here. And then this last skinny one, like that. And then this is what I'm gonna have to do to the entire freaking bloody thing. For real though, look how freaking epic that looks. Imagine the whole thing like that. Oh, without this tool, I would not even have tried this. Like, it kind of changed the whole game for me. Imagine if you would have manually put all these down, like... No, hell no. Dude, look at that. Dude, I actually cannot wait to see the result of this. This is gonna be insane. So the first part right here is kind of done, and it looks freaking sick. Of course, the red and green is gonna be the right color, but for now it's just useful for me to, you know, pick and kind of duplicate this stuff. So anyway, I'm just gonna continue down the road literally, and I'll be right back. Look at this insane skeleton so far. This is freaking nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and paint most of these the correct color, because that's gonna be quite some work actually. There are a lot of these, but I feel like that is, well, obviously that's gonna sell the effect. Right now it's just looking a bit weird, but that will be fine in a second. There you go. That is more like it. That has pretty much exactly the vibe I was aiming for. I love it. Now I have to make sure this kind of continues inward here, so you kind of start going through it a bit sooner, because I feel like it's just nice like that. The question is, how far? Like, where should it start? Let's maybe get rid of these lights, because right now it's a bit weird. Let's see. I mean, I guess at some point it kind of has to disappear into the ground or something. I don't even know. I guess we can just fill the whole tunnel and see what that looks like. We can always delete it later. I mean, yeah, that kind of works. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one crucial thing is missing. I wonder what that is. Now, I am afraid to make the head, because the way I made it, it's kind of in an awkward position. I'm afraid we're gonna have to remove this piece of the coaster and kind of extend it further forward instead. Now, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's possible. I guess we'll have to ask Timon. But until then, I am just gonna have to get rid of this so we can build it afterwards so it kind of fits the way it exits the mouth. I don't even know. Right now there's just no space for the head. I'm sure we can make it work. This is just not the way. Although I feel like there's potential here. We can kind of do the same thing but a bit further to this area. I actually don't think that's so big of a problem. It seems to be pretty plausible. Now his spine is kind of sitting here and that's what we're gonna have to attach the head to. So I guess that quite sums it up. To be fair though, I have no idea where to even start. I'm just gonna start somewhere. I suppose something like this could be nice. It's gonna be sort of a snake dragon hybrid, if that makes sense. The best of both worlds, you could say. I know this makes zero sense, but just trust the process. I have an idea in my head. Now, as you can see, we're kind of getting those eyes in there, sort of. I don't even know. We have to fill up the top of his head, and I'm thinking with these we could try that. I feel like this kind of has potential right here. It's starting to look like something. This must be the weirdest work process I've ever had in this game. I don't even know what I'm doing, but it is turning out interesting. So I'm just gonna continue this and see where it goes. Okay, we're kind of coming around the front now, finally. But so far, it's looking pretty good. It turns out to be quite difficult to make this look natural and still, you know, use square blocks. But I would say so far it is looking pretty decent, not gonna lie. However, this is just the upper jaw, so we still have some stuff to do. We probably should have some space on his head where these guys kind of fade out into his skull. That makes no sense how I said it, but you get what I mean. Kind of like that, and then paint them just so these slowly disappear into the skull like that. Very, very nice. I'm not so sure about the lower jaw though. This is looking particular. Maybe a drink will help. Well, I guess that is looking pretty menacing. It doesn't have teeth though, so we should probably go and add those. I guess we can start by just kind of putting a bunch of these guys on there and then filling those in with smaller ones. On this skill, really, there's no right way to make teeth. It's all just gonna look a little weird, but I guess this will be fine. And then this is sadly what it's gonna have to come down to. It doesn't look so great, but I don't really know what else to do. I guess I'll just kind of do this because it does look a tad better. It's still a bit weird, but I guess we'll just have to go with it. I mean, this game isn't exactly made to make giant snake skeleton stuff. So, you know, I guess considering that, we're not doing bad at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I have now the first row of teeth done. And this literally took longer than the entirety of the rest of the freaking skeleton. It's not even funny anymore. I don't know why, but this took forever and I'm gonna have to do it again. Well, I guess the dedication is once again present, but I guess you guys wouldn't accept any less. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Many months later.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the snake thing. Dragon snake dinosaur, whatever. I think it turned out really freaking cool. The coaster is kind of peeking there, so I don't really know where it goes. Maybe looking at it right now, we could have kept it, but I guess we'll just need diamond again for that. But other than that, I mean, it looks pretty freaking sick, does it not? Especially when you zoom out, it looks really freaking big and menacing. I love it. I'm actually surprised I was able to make it so smooth, like so, you know, curved and still so perfect and clean. I like the way it looks, so I guess from here we can just kind of continue the coaster and everything, all the scenery and everything around it, the rocks around it, because there's gonna be a bunch of rocks around it. Obviously down here, this is all gonna be nice and rocky. Then I think behind here, I'm actually, maybe we can do that right now, because right here behind it, I want to make a mountain, so it should be pretty freaking high here. Also, these elements are the ones I used for the spinning of these elements, so I'm just gonna hide these inside these mountains because I don't want to actually completely get rid of those. Maybe if something here breaks, I want to be able to go back to those, so I'm just gonna kind of build just kind of like that. This is very rough, but it's just kind of an idea of the way we're going, quite literally. I really want this backdrop to be nicely shielded from whatever this ugly stuff is that lies ahead. It just has to look nice and pretty with a nice clean backdrop with rocks and whatnot. We kind of know how this goes by now, so let me just do that real quick. Kind of like this. For now, this is fine. So, well, then I guess that's it for today. If you like this video, make very sure to subscribe, like it, and leave a comment down below. Also, we now have memberships again, so if you want to become a dude, make sure to click join, and that's extremely epic. And then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of building Benny's Gold Rush.